Morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the cabin. You can see it is peak deer fly season here. I don't know if you can see them buzzing around me or not. This weekend, I am very excited to try to finish a project finally that I started quite a while ago. So when we first got here at the cabin, one of the things that made it really challenging was we don't have any cabinets or a sink or anything like that. We had a desk that we had kind of placed back in that back corner, and it really just became an area to collect junk. And without a sink, it became very difficult to do things like dishes, brush teeth, things like that. We had to do all that outside in our cooking tent, which wasn't ideal. So last year, I believe, ooh, deer fly. So last year, I started installing kitchen cabinets, and hopefully this weekend I will finish it. One of the main goals this weekend is to take the water from here and get it to come out here. How am I gonna do that? Well, I got a bunch of plumbing stuff. The guy at Home Depot looked at me like I was crazy when I tried to explain to him what I was doing, but we'll see if it works. This is one of the big projects on my to-do list that I'm trying to get finished up. Like I said, we started this a long time ago. I was here, I believe it was the fall. It was a cold and rainy day, and I started installing these cabinets, and then just issue after issue after issue with not having hinges, and now I have the wrong size door for one of them, and honestly, it's a bit of a learning curve for me as I go, so I am just trying to muddle through it. Now, as always, we're trying to do this as economically as possible, so we decided not to go with upper cabinets. Instead, we're just going to put some shelves up across the top to hold things like coffee cups and plates and things like that. Down the road, we might make this a little nicer, but for now, I hope this works well. Krista managed to find the double sink we have at the resale store, and instead of going out and purchasing countertops, I just used some old plywood I had laying around. Eventually, we will put an actual countertop in, but for now, this is going to be fine. We've been having these countertops in for quite a while now. With the cabins partially completed, and it's worked well. We did take some shelving paper and just kind of put it on top so we wouldn't have that plywoody finish. And it seems to work all right. The big thing today is I want to get the water pump from the water tank, pipe through the wall and in, and then we'll see if we can get some water flowing, which means not only do I need to put the water pipe through the wall and get the water in, I also need to run the electrical back to the 12-volt fuse block. So I'm going to use this outdoor tap to bring water into the cabin. Traditionally, it's used to bring water outside of your house, but I'm just going to run it backwards, so it should work. I absolutely hate drilling holes in my cabin. It makes me crazy, but it's a necessary evil. I've got some spray foam to insulate around it. I don't want more mice getting in. I already have a mouse problem. So I have the pipe through and into the cabinet. Next step is to run the 12-volt electrical. And to do that, I'm just going to fish these wires through from the outside and run them in the cabinet along the wall and right to the pump. It's very cool that I can pump water now from my tote inside the cabin. Now I need to work on two more things. I need to work on getting the faucet installed and getting the gray water tank installed. And I think that's going to be the next project here. And it's really just because that pump moves such a high velocity of water right now. We have a bucket underneath that's collecting the water from the sink, and we're just filling it up very quickly now, whereas in the past, we just had this tiny little pump coming out of one of those big green totes, and we were not filling up the bucket very quickly at all. So until we actually get a faucet installed, all we're really doing now is using the on-off switch for the pump to move the water, and we really just have it coming out of the hose at the end of the pump. It is better than what we had in the past, but it's still not the end game product. And that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to leave a link around the screen here to some of our other videos. Please check them out, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.